Yes, trends in denim, colors, spring, it is all coming together finally. So we are covering it all with Ariana Karps, the owner of Rear Ends in West Bloomfield. Good to see you this morning.
You today, Moriel.
All right, so let's get right into it because we are, well, and today is really no indication of how the weather will be. But it's supposed to be warming up. I keep hearing spring is coming.
Absolutely, and it's time to start, I think, dressing for the season we want, not the season that we're in. Like, it's enough, it's the end of March, almost April, let's move into it. And we have a clothing drive going on right now, so it's actually a great time to jumpstart your spring cleaning and your new spring wardrobe. If you bring in 5 items to donate to 4 different charities, we'll give you a $50 gift certificate that you can use to upgrade your spring wardrobe.
Awesome, so what are some of the new trends this year?
Well, let's start with Grace first. Grace is wearing a straight leg jean today, and this is my best-selling jean across the board. It's by Paige. It's like your easy gateway straight. If you're struggling to get out of your skinnies, it's just straight enough at the bottom, but it still hugs you like your skinnies did from tush to thigh. And we've paired it back to a color. What we're seeing tons of right now is color, from pinks like she has on, yellow and orange. So it's really time to brighten up your wardrobe. Don't go back to your same old boring black and white that we all have a million things. Get something that makes you want to get dressed in the morning.
Okay, well, I'm wearing black and white today, so everybody just calm down. No, I'm kidding. But black and white, you know,
no
those
judgment.
are our go-to. No, I'm kidding. But those are our go-to colors, so it is a good reminder to, you know, to add a little something extra to the wardrobe.
For sure, and we've got Brooke in more of a transitional color palette here because I know the hot pink to some or like the bright yellows, they're really aggressive. They're hard to ease your way into when you're coming from black and white. So we put Brooke in this great neutral top with the pinks and the blues. It still gives something a little extra without being too far from your comfort zone. And then we put Brooke back to a crop flare. So the great thing is Brooke is not the tallest. You don't have any frame of reference for height. And I hear a lot of, I can't wear that, I'm not tall enough, or I can't wear that, I'm too tall. And with all these flare leg styles, we just have to get them on a variety of bodies. And you have to try in a lot of things to find the ones that fit you great because there are so many new styles, things that we haven't worn since maybe high school, maybe the jeans that we need to get rid of from the back of our closet, bring to that clothing drive.
Right.
So things are different. You got to venture outside of the box to see what you like. And then next up, we have Sydney, and she's doing denim a totally different way. We've got this gorgeous denim dress on her.
That's
and
cute.
There's tons of dresses. And it's so cute with all the cargo pockets, the utility styles that we're seeing in denim as well. She's got in the dress. And last year we saw a lot of dresses in general, people wanting both comfort and cute in a way to get dressed up. So this is just another way to do it. But there's long dresses and florals and solids. So you've really got a variety across that range of dresses.
Yeah, I really like that look.
And then if you Oh, it's amazing. I've got several different denim dresses. And if you pull all 3 girls together, you kind of see the breadth of what we're showing for spring, from colors to more neutrals to the denim without going back to those old faithfuls. Now, the things in your closet, and I'm guilty as well. I'm wearing a white blouse today, but the things that we've gone to wear, we can at least mix them up a bit. So here I've got the white patchwork blouse instead of a solid shirt, and I'm wearing it back to a ripped straight leg, more of a current style than going to one of my skinnies that I have a million of in my closet. So I think it's figuring out a way to step outside your box at the level that you're comfortable with. And I think coming into a store with an open mind, not saying this is what's always worked for me or this has never worked for me. Let's try it because things are different than maybe the last time we wore them.
Now, how do you know the right fit? Because I do think over the last decade or so, we've seen mainstream fashion, if you will, move to more of what they see in what they would call urban, where you're focusing more on the derriere and the shape of the jeans. Yeah. But everybody ain't blessed in the same way. So how do you make sure that the jeans are hugging the right places and you know, showing off the things that we want to show off?
So I may be biased, but I would say find your local clothing store and trust the experts. But really, it's kind of the case, you know, things aren't black and white and you're not buying a widget. There's so much variation right now that I do think you need to go somewhere where you have a variety of styles to try, and then you can kind of go back to the same well. But if you're trying to buy online and looking at what fits on the model, Well, most of us don't look like that, let's be honest. And so it's going to be more frustrating with more buying and returning. And I think, you know, people come here, they tell me their fit issues and what they're looking for, and I really go through and try and tweak to what they're looking for. And then, I try and guide them to what is the most flattering for their own individual figure.
Yeah, all good stuff. Thank you so much for checking in with us today. By the way, the spring clothing drive at Rear Ends, it'll be accepting clothes for donations now through April 6th. You see the address right there on your screen.